Hello, good afternoon, good day from wherever you're watching this video from. I just got back from court and I decided to make this short video just to respond to some questions that were sent to me privately. Yes, some persons after watching our videos sent some questions and I'm going to address those questions. So please will permit me. I'm going to read out some of these questions. And I think the first question we have here is, what is marriage under the act? This is a very funny question. It's just as if everything we've been discussing from the onset. Okay, I will answer it. Yes, marriage under the act is marriage that is governed by the Marriage Act in Nigeria. Yes, it is also known as statutory marriage and it is popularly known in Nigeria as court wedding. That is marriage under the act. Marriage that are governed, that follows the rules, the regulations of the Marriage Act, that follow the basic requirements of the Marriage Act. That is marriage under the act. Yes, that is the first question. The second question says, I need clarity. Yes, I need clarity. I need clarity on the age, the minimum age for marriage under the act. Yes, the minimum age for marriage under the act. Now, like we discussed in our previous videos, there are no there is no specific age. Yes, under the Marriage Act, there's no specific age. The Marriage Act only provides for when someone is below the age of 21, then the person needs parental consent. Yes, then the person needs parental consent. But when someone is above 81 or someone that is divorced before, then you don't need this parental consent. You can just go ahead and go on with your marriage under the act. Now, but the Child Rights Act states clearly that no marriage should be conducted for someone that's below the age of 18. No marriage should be conducted for someone that's below the age of 18. That means if you're below the age of 18, you cannot get married under Child Rights Act. You cannot get married under that. So I actually want us to get that clearly. Though now, some countries outside Nigeria, like US, UK, thereabout, I think theirs also is 18 years, the minimum 18 years. But below 18 years, some countries permit parental consent, and under some special circumstances, such marriages will be permitted. Such marriages will be permitted. Yes, that's our second question. That's our second question. So the next question says, can anyone, either of the spouses, can they go and register or for notice at, or maybe apply for notice at the marriage registry? Yes, either of the spouses could go. It could be the man, it could be the woman, anybody, either of you could go for it. It's not strictly just the man or strictly just the woman. So either of you could go for that. Now, the next question we have here is, um, does Nigeria law recognize same-sex marriage? It's a capital no. Nigeria law does not recognize same-sex marriage. It doesn't. It doesn't recognize same-sex marriage. Same-sex marriage is prohibited. It is prohibited. There's even an act, Same-Sex Marriage Act. It prohibits same-sex marriage in Nigeria. But other countries, it is legalized there. You can do that, but not in Nigeria. Nigeria does not permit same-sex marriage. I think there are some countries that haven't legalized that. There are some countries, I think there are some countries that haven't legalized their own from, I think, since 2017, thereabouts, yeah. So, but in Nigeria, it is not recognized and it is not legalized. It is even a crime in Nigeria for you to practice same sex. It is a crime. Our next question is, what happens if the marriage does not follow the Marriage Act requirements. Like we previously discussed, if your marriage doesn't follow the basic requirements as stated by the Marriage Act, then that marriage is null and void. That marriage is invalid. The requirements from notice to certificates to all the submission of pictures and all that we listed, all those things are the basic requirements for you to be married under the act. Those are the basic requirements. So you must adhere, you must follow these instructions, you must comply with these requirements. Yes, that is it. Now, the last question that we're going to take for today is, are marriages are marriages conducted outside Nigeria? Are marriages conducted abroad? Are they permitted? Are they recognized in Nigeria? Yes, they are recognized in Nigeria. Marriages conducted outside Nigeria are recognized in Nigeria so long as it is conducted with all the requirements being complied with, so long as they were conducted legally, they were conducted maybe before their own registry over there. Yes, that's the same way our marriage under the act in Nigeria are accepted, are admitted, are allowed outside Nigeria. That's the way marriages are conducted legally outside Nigeria before the formal registries. Yes, they are allowed in Nigeria. But I want us to just get something clear here. If you get married, maybe same-sex marriage outside Nigeria, Nigerian law doesn't permit same-sex marriage. So you can't come to Nigeria and say, oh, because they permit other marriages, yours will be permitted. No, it doesn't work that way. Nigeria doesn't recognize same-sex marriage. So same-sex marriage conducted outside Nigeria cannot be accepted in Nigeria. I want us to get that clear. And I think the last question we got was on divorce. Yes, I think we got a question on divorce, but I am not going to address that question in this video because we are yet to talk about divorce. In our videos, we are yet to talk about divorce. So every question concerning divorce, the ones we received offline, the ones people have seen me and have asked me directly, all those questions will be addressed when we get to divorce proper. So I want you to sit tight and subscribe to our channel, and then with the help of your questions and with the help of God, we will be able to address some of these questions. We will be able to address some of these questions when they come up. And always engage, always engage. Our comment section is always open. You can drop your questions. We have our YouTube page, we have our Instagram page, we have Facebook page, we have TikTok page. So you can just drop your message, your question on any of these platforms, and we will, by the grace of God, address these issues. So thank you very much once again, and welcome to Marital Vows to Verdict. I remain Victoria Adinya, a legal practitioner in Nigeria, and like I said, we are going to be talking about marriages that are recognized under the Nigerian law, marriages under the Act. So see you in our next video, and thank you for watching.